Hello, everybody. Welcome back. This is a Vassal How to Use module on the Compass Games Western Front Ace. As of right now, this is not the official Compass Games module, so this video may not be necessary, but I'd like to make them anyway for my modules. So here we go. To start out, you'll want to start a new game. We'll close this one out and have a new game here so you can see how I have this set up. You can choose your different countries right here, which will set the front for you and the nationality paper doll. Say we're going to go for German. Brings us to the main screen where you have the Western Front and the Germans down here. If you choose Austria, Hungary, or Italian, right off the bat, you'll get the Italian front up here. Um, in the case of the British later, you can always, we'll get to that in a little bit. Let me explain everything here first. I don't use these because the fact that the Italian front has them down here and the Western front has them up here, so I opted to make a button up here for it, the drop down menu. We'll get to that later. I didn't put the current location down there because there's a lot of different locations, so you drag that to yourself. I did not put anything for the major offenses. I may choose to do that later, but I spend an awful lot of time on this module to begin with, and maybe should it become an official module somewhere along the line, I'll do that too. But for right now, nope. You'll have to drag your major offenses down out of the counters. Let's see, down on the pilot cards, rank is here. You can do the promotion by hand or reset it by hand, but the easiest thing to do is hit the promotion button, which will do them both at the same time, and then you just reset them if you make a mistake. I did not put medals in because there are tons of different locations and tons of different medals and stuff over here, and I just stayed away from that one. Experience points, add or subtract as you spend them and gain them. Prestige points, if you add them, it will move up your prestige level. Um, if you subtract them, it will do nothing. So every time you add one, your prestige level will go up. You'll have to manually subtract one or delete one if you make a mistake. Uh, your skills, just there's a menu on each one of them. If you have the ability to get a break at the cost of them, you'll have a minus. If you do buy them, there'd either be a buy or a flip. I wasn't my most proud moment here when I put these together. I do a buy and a lose for all of them, but being as this wasn't going to be an official module, I just went with flip. You can also get rid of any counter you make a mistake on by hitting Control R. Um, things like 6 cents, not yeah, 6 cents. I think one of them. No, or the get that all the time. Reflexes. Um, if you use that during a mission, hit used, and then hit end mission, you'll have it back for the next mission. Um, Same goes for all the different skills. For you, the wingman, and the observer, they're all there. Basically work the same as the pilots. Next up is the counters. I put the fighters in here, the awards in here, random events in here, just in case you get more luck charms. Skills, epiphany, stamina, and gallantry. I think they're the ones that show up that you don't buy. You just get through either training or random events. Fronts. I put this in here mostly because the British. If you're the British and you move to Italy, you'll want to pull this over here and make it your current front. The only downside is the weather gets a little funky. But that's probably it's not a game breaker. That's the only time it gets kind of funky. And how often you going to be the British and move to the Italian front? That's going to be minuscule, so I left it that way. Dead set against it. You can always load a new game as soon as So I guess no matter what you do, when the British move to Italy, it's going to be funky. You'll just have to deal with it. Two-seaters. You shouldn't need them, but they're there. Markers. I put damage and ammo in here. Ammo more so for the Lewis guns with their drums. If you replace a drum and you still have ammo left in that drum, you can put these ammo counters off to the side to remind you that you still have another drum that you can throw in there, and I'll go more into that later. Major offensive, as they become available, you'll stick them on the proper slot. You need to be pretty good about aiming them because I don't let you move them. When you're done with them, delete them. Aces. The ace cards are up here. So should you choose to play like Rickenbacker, you will, or Richthofen rather, you just draw his card down here and play it out. Set it up accordingly. Um, rank of Oberleutnant. Bring him over there. Expert in Sixth Sense. So you go flip and expert by. Starts the game with 0 victories, and that will go into the log later. That's how you do that. Next, dice. You have 4 different dice, 1d6, 2d6. All these work in the windows, or in the buttons rather. D10 and D20, the logs. Some of these are fillable, some of these are fillable or choose. Menus, um, right click on them to find the proper menu. Um, Everything in here is selectable though. The second page of the official one, same thing. And then I have the alternative one for Board Game Geek, where you can choose a sortie. Enter failure is going to the red dot. Sortie success is a green dot. 2-point sortie is a blue dot. And choosing the sortie is, say you got a line patrol, etc. What I do is when I roll for your log, when I roll for, say I rolled 3 sorties that I have to fly in September, I'll just go in real quick and I will enter sortie and put X's in there just so I don't forget. Notes, fatigue, bases, awards, notes, victories. Down here, I want to touch base on that one. If you have an ace that comes in and starts with victories, you're going to set your victories. Say we have 11 of them. And then after that, you're just going to start adding victories and removing victories if you make a mistake. And reset if you don't like any of them. Reset the whole log if you want to. It'll clear the whole darn thing out. That's the logs. Now, combat cards. Pretty simple. I just have them here. Normally what I will do is I'll pull a card down, say I'm going to put up my aircraft even though I'm not ready for that. An enemy aircraft, and let's get a albatross against a D12. If I pull my combat cards, I'm just going to go ahead and pull one for him and one for him. And that way there's no mistaking who you drew them for. And you're going to discard them back into the discard. When you're done the mission, you just shuffle the deck. They automatically shuffle inside of here. You don't have to do anything to do that. It's just automatic. Um, that's it for combat cards. SOP, I added that in case you like to use SOP to follow through where you're at or keep track of where you're at when you walk away from the computer. Aircraft. Now we can touch base on these. All your different countries here. And this is, I put it on the Germans right now. It's just so we can go through the bases. If you put your current base in here, it should automatically give you the correct opponent base 1 and 2. If there are dual ones like Douai or however you pronounce that, only has the one base next to it. But if you find yourself at Marcinbourg, you're going to have 2 different bases. The only one I really didn't do is there's one base where you can actually have 3 of them. That is Guys. Bertangos, Mesnil Saint George, and you can also branch off the campaign. I did not put that down there. So if you need to, you can go up here in the counters for that one. That's the only one you can do. Where did I? Oh, I had them. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I'll put them in there so you do have the ability to do that. Hmm. Maybe I'll add them. Maybe I won't. Patrols. Choose your patrol. That should reset at the end of the mission. Back to line patrol. You do start out with your luck up here. You do start out with full ammo. As you're going down through the ammo, using ammo, using ammo, using ammo, using ammo. Once you get down to the bottom, um, you'll have to wait till the end of the mission. And when you hit end mission, it will reload. I should have blocked that out too. But like I said, it's not an official module, so I didn't go as deep. I did put tons of hours into this. Um, the only automation I have up here, because there's so many of them, it's hard to get in there. Guys are having trouble with it, was just take off. Guys, you can send it to the takeoff area. The rest of it, you just move these by hand. Quite simple. When you end a mission, it's going to reset everything back to the beginning. Same with skills here. You buy them, hit buy, and if you use them, same thing. When you end the mission, they'll be back. Your plane just rotates to face for your advantage or disadvantage. Orientation, you'll pull the enemy as you get to them. Damage, it's all right here. Just click and anywhere's on that area, and it'll put the damage in. And for your planes, you cannot clear this out until you end the mission. Wingman, present. Wingman, damaged. Wingman, absent. You have him present at the end of the mission, it's always going to revert back. If he gets expert, you got to buy that. If you use that, same thing at the end of the mission, you'll get that back. Um, I think that is everything on the airplane cards, except let's go to the British real quick, and we'll look at the Lewis guns, UK. Load bombs if you have bombs. I put that in there. When you end the mission, that's going to disappear, or when you drop them, um, you can drop the bombs, get rid of it. Oh, maybe you can't. Well, it will work by the time I do this, so I'm going to put the note on there. That did work. Some of this stuff changed. Um, when I know what it is too. Layers changed. When we upgraded to 3.71, it used to be able to, if your layers were always active, you had a blank in there. It usually worked. Or either that or I put blanks in there. And I don't remember the exact sequence. Anyways, layers. I got to fix all my layers since I upgraded 371. So drop bombs. So I got to fix that layer. Um, let's go to something that has the Lewis guns. There we go. It says Lewis guns. You're going to use your ammo. Use your ammo. This is what I said. If you have one ammo, and you say you're between encounters, you want to load a drum. You're just going to use one drum. It's going to reload you up on ammo, but you had one ammo left over. Go ahead, go up here and do the markers. Grab one ammo, stick it down here. Say you remember that you have one ammo you can put in there later. Um, everything else is the same basically. Now we'll go to the enemy aircraft. Basically the same exact thing, except that it will not have all the base information and stuff on it, or luck or anything like that. You do track the ammo the same. You don't have to worry about any of this. You do have the skills available in case you're up against an ace. You'll take and drag the enemy over here, and then you're going to go ahead and rotate it to whatever. I don't recommend deleting it, but if you do, you can drag them back down. It may not work correctly though. If you do drag it down, I probably ought to get rid of that delete, but like I said, it's not a big deal right now. And if you end mission, that'll send it right back to your card facing the up direction. So that's the same for all of the enemy aircraft. Um, on next to the flak add-on. I put the flak add-on in. If you decide to use it, there's counters here. You can put your plane counter on there. Don't know if I have that actually. Don't remember whether I have that actually returning to card or not. You can do a little work if it doesn't. No, do a little work and pull it back on your own. Don't need to do everything for you. SOP cards, I added those later when they came out. You just kind of draw them to go through your SOPs, turn them to the deck, start all over again. They won't shuffle, so if you do them in order, you should be able to keep them in order. If not, you can select. I think I made it select a draw, yeah, different card that you want. And that's it for the SOP cards. You can take a screenshot, as always, save it as a PNG. Lots of zoom levels. End of mission is I showed you before. You hit that to clear out everything after the mission, and for motion I showed you that. So basically, that's it in a nutshell. That is Western Front Ace um, module, and whether that gets distributed along the line or not, I don't know. But here is the how to use for it if it does. Thanks everybody for joining me. We will see you next time. You will have a good day or good night. Bye now.